All right, everyone, it looks like we've got lots of people checked in live here. I'm going to go ahead and unmute Arthur, and we'll go ahead and get started. It looks like it's that time. Arthur, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you perfectly, Jay.
Awesome. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing excellent. How about yourself?
Terrific, terrific. Go ahead and let's get started by having you give a little background of how you were connected to our CEO, Nathan, and why you decided to have us on today.
Absolutely. Actually, Nathan and I go way back when Heyo wasn't even called Heyo. It was yeah. It's had a couple of name changes in the history of Nathan Lotka kind of launching his companies. And I met Nathan when he was still in college and kind of doing the whole entrepreneurial thing. Trying to learn how to run a business. And I was doing my own thing as well. I was launching a tech company and also in the same space. And I was looking at Nathan as somebody that's extremely ambitious, extremely smart with what he had going on as far as creating tools and applications for Facebook. And I kind of went a different direction, but circling back to just a couple of months ago, just reaching out to Nathan, I heard him on a podcast that he was on, and I was just kind of inspired with what he's done with the company since we last connected several years ago. And so I got a chance to really take a look at Heyo, some of the campaigns you guys have run, and I was extremely blown away by it. And I wanted to have you on because I kind of want you to break down some of these campaigns for some of my audience, some of the people that I interact with on a daily basis. And I think that the people that I have on the webinar tonight will find a lot of value with what we have to share. So Jay, thanks a lot for coming on here and being here and doing this webinar middle of the day, Tuesday afternoon. And I'll pass it back to you, so take it away.
Absolutely. Thanks, Arthur. So as Arthur mentioned, he's known Nathan for a while since he was back in college. I'll get a little bit more into Heyo in a second here. But first, in the next 30 minutes, here's what you'll learn. First, 3 campaigns that each captured over 1,000 new email leads. I know all of you probably would love to see those in your email lists. Next, the 6 things that each of the top 10 campaigns of 2014 had in common. And lastly, the most creative campaigns from 2014 that got the most likes and engagement. So, real quick, my name's Jay, obviously. I'm the lead social strategist here at Heyo. And Arthur mentioned a little bit about the business and how he's known Nathan since he started Heyo from back in his dorm room at Virginia Tech. Nathan, our CEO, is the one pictured here and in the middle of this group. Also live with me here today, I have Alex from my team. He's the content manager. He'll be answering any questions you have in the GoToWebinar questions. So feel free to shoot those in there, and he'll get those answered for you. A little bit of more background on Heyo, though. As Nathan started the business in his dorm room, he grew a fan page to over 100,000 likes. And then the Wiley series, the people who write the dummy books, those yellow books you've probably all seen, contacted him. And since then, Heyo kind of really blew up. He's spoken all over the country, all over the world, galleries in New York City. At the bottom of the screen here, you can see some of the pages where we've been showcased, the Wall Street Journal, Yahoo Finance, after we had $2 million invested in us from a Forbes billionaire, the Jeff Bullis blog, all over. So that's a little bit about us and why you should maybe listen in today to get some insight for your business. Throughout the webinar here, there will obviously be some great things for you to take notes on. So while you're taking notes, feel free to tweet the notes to me using the hashtag HeyoNotes. Get creative with it, folks. We've had people send in pictures with their dogs in the notes, stuff on the computer, really creative notes written by hand with some drawings on them. So feel free to shoot those my way. If you want to win a free Heyo t-shirt, I'm wearing one right now. They're super soft, great shirts. But just a quick reminder, here's what you'll learn in the next 30 minutes, so be sure to pay attention. 3 campaigns that each captured over 1,000 new email leads, the 6 things that each of these 10 campaigns of 2014 had in common, the most creative campaigns that got the most likes and engagement, and at the end of the webinar, you'll want to stay tuned because we'll have a live Q&A, choose a winner for the Heyo Notes contest, so you won't want to miss this. Before I jump into those top 10 campaigns, we specifically picked 5 different categories for you, and those are different things that you really want to keep in mind when running a contest on your own to collect email leads, which you can hopefully turn into revenue for your business. So let's jump into the first category, most visually appealing. Now, a lot of people don't really realize how important this category really is. The way I like to think of it is if you're going to a restaurant, you aren't quite sure what you want to order. A lot of the times, if you see a picture of an entree in a menu and it looks really good, that's what you're going to order. So having your campaign look really, really well designed, have the graphics of the prize itself look really good, are really going to help drive those results for you. So it's very important to spend some time on that. So first in this category, we have Inkwell Press. I'll go ahead and take a couple seconds to let you digest this campaign here before I get talking about it. So on the right-hand side here, you can see their actual contest, what they were running. The top left here, you can see their Facebook page. So this is their business page, their profile picture, cover photo, those custom tabs. And then here's the email that they sent right after people entered in. So if you can see, this all ties very well in together visually. You see their logo in everything that they're doing. They're using the same color scheme. They have their brand voice showcased really well in the text in the contest and in their emails. And everything just flows well. They even have the phone case in here. This number 3 is the same on both their email, the contest itself, and you can't see their Facebook post where they were promoting this contest, but that was used there as well. And you can see the results from their campaign up top here. So you can see they had 3,750 people looking at this contest. Of that, 1,800 people actually submitted their emails, and that conversion rate was 48%. So I'm sure Arthur would agree with this. Usually, for any campaigns you're running online, a pretty good conversion rate is anywhere from 5 to 11%. So this conversion rate is really, really good. And if you stay tuned, you'll hear some of the things that led to this converting really well, aside from how visually appealing it was. Next, the Gurin Brothers, a company that makes hats out in California. And their contest, as you can see, we showcase some similar things here. So their contest itself is on the right. Here's their Facebook page. And then this is actually their post on their business page that they were promoting with. And once again, you can see a lot of it ties in. So they have this same little sticker on both the contest itself and their promoted post. So that really ties in. The thing that I really liked about this particular contest was this huge background image here that really showcases their brand and speaks to their brand audience. So both of these images really appeal to their target audience and helped bring more entrants in. And you can see this conversion rate is through the roof. So that last one was even extremely good. This one is super, super high. I'm sure a lot of you would want this amount of emails in your list as well. So this is another one that got onto our visually appealing category. The second category we have is starting with success. So some of you maybe on the webinar here today are just starting with your Facebook presence, or maybe you have a Facebook presence, but you haven't run a contest quite yet. So this category is for those of you listening that might sound like you. So first we have Cow Jai Coffee. This is started by a guy by the name of Kyle Ducharme, who's down in North Carolina. And you can see his contest here. His fan page was actually brand new, so he didn't have a single fan on his fan page when he launched this. And how he drove traffic in was from an email list he had. So he had a pre-existing email list, and then he created some promoted ads and boosted posts on his Facebook page to drive the traffic in. So obviously these numbers are a little lower for as many emails as he collected, but with a fan page that literally started with 0 fans, these are some pretty good results. And as you can see, that conversion rate is extremely high. So he created his Facebook page before he even had his product. He knew when it would be coming, and he gave away that first bag of coffee he had as the prize for that contest. So you can see his contest. He also had a mobile version of this contest as well. So that was Kyle's contest he ran from a Facebook page starting with absolutely 0 fans. Next up is Enticing Tables. So this page had a little more of a Facebook presence. I think they had around 200, 300 fans. Valerie McCartney of their page, who was running their page, had never really run a contest before on Facebook. She had done some through their website and through email lists, but this was the first contest she launched on their Facebook page, and you can see the results of that up top. So for not really ever running a contest before on Facebook, not having a super, super large audience, this is pretty good results as well. And yeah, you might say it's not as many emails as those first couple, but that conversion rate is what really matters. So anything above 5 to 10% really are great numbers to see. So that's Valerie's contest there. The third category, most impressive conversion rates. So obviously, a lot of you probably measure, how successful your campaigns are, if you've run them before. If you haven't, this is something a lot of people look at when they're running campaigns. So these next two that I'm going to showcase had really extremely high conversion rates. So first, this one might seem a little unfair because of how popular of a brand or name this is, but Mary J. Blige, the musician, ran a contest using a Heyo contest template, and you can see her conversion rate was 85%. She didn't want us showcasing those other numbers from her contest, but she captured a ton of emails. And a lot of what this high conversion rate has to go behind is two things. One is how loyal to your brand people are. So building that brand takes a lot of time. Really finding your target audience is very important. And like I mentioned, that might take quite some time. But the other thing that really helped her conversion rate is picking that prize that emotionally ties in to your audience. So as you can see on her contest, right down here, you can see what she gave away. If you look on my screen, I'm circling that. She gave away an autographed copy of the London Sessions and a pair of Beat headphones. So that ties right into what she does as a musician. So once again, 85% conversion rate. Pretty unreal. Next, Incredibere. I love this contest. Obviously, as I talked about with the last page, a lot of the conversion rate ties into the brand loyalty. This company obviously knows who their target consumer is and what type of products they need to have to make them happy. So they gave away simply a t-shirt that they had on their page, captured tens of thousands of emails, and had a conversion rate of 77%. So you can see their contest here and how successful it really was. This next category, the fourth of 5, is the best campaign follow-up. Now this might be the most important category and is something you definitely need to take into consideration when you're running a contest or campaign of your own. Yes, it's one thing to collect all those email leads, but what you do with them after is actually the most important because that's how you're going to get in more revenue to drive your business. So here is the one campaign that we thought really stuck out in this category. So Solo Stove ran a contest to give away one of their stoves, and you can see here the 2 emails that they had as follow-ups from this contest. So on the left is the first follow-up email. So they notified people immediately when their contest had ended, everyone that entered, except for the winner, because they obviously got a different email letting them know they had won. But everyone else that had entered got this email, and I'll go ahead and let you read that real quick. And the key part when you're reading at this is this bold part I'm circling down at the bottom. That's how you're actually going to drive those sales. So basically in their email, they thanked people for entering, said the contest had ended and that they weren't a winner, but they wanted everyone to be a winner, so they gave a promo code here to enjoy 10% off the next purchase, and they actually drove a ton of sales from this simple email. This second email you see showcased on the right-hand side here is an email that they had notifying everyone who had entered the last contest who obviously wanted that prize, that there was another contest running where they could win similar prizes that tie into their brand. So you can see they sent them an email letting them know there was another contest to have them come in and enter the contest. Now some of you may be thinking, Why would you want them to go enter your contest again if you already have their emails? That does nothing for you. I'll explain that in a little bit when I touch on those 6 things that every contest needs to be successful here in a little bit. The 5th and final category is the best holiday-themed campaigns. So we've done a lot of research, run over 250,000 campaigns, and we've found that this category really helps drive success for running a contest. So first, Precious Moments. So this one was run right around the Christmas holiday this past year, and this company every year has an ornament for that year. So as you can see, this one in the middle is the 2014 ornament, and they're collector's items. So people come back and buy these every year, so they figured, let's run a contest around the holiday. We know people are already purchasing these every year. So this is a way to get their email leads and also reach out to new people that may not already be collectors who might want to start for their family. So they ran the contest, and you can see their numbers up top here. So you can see this one could have been in that conversion rate category as well, extremely high converting. They captured 344 emails and helped grow their list and drive sales from those people that didn't win. Next is Botto's Genuine Italian Sausage. So they ran this contest around the 4th of July, which is obviously a holiday celebrated just here in the United States. I know we have some viewers from other countries here. So this is a company that ran it around the 4th of July, celebrating our independence. And one thing that's huge in that holiday, as I'm sure most of you know, is celebrating with friends. A lot of people grill. And so what they did is they gave away a grilling package. They gave them a grill, some tools to help with the grilling, and then they gave them the sausage, the buns, peppers, everything they would need for that grilling with their friends on this special holiday. So you can see up top here the amount of impressions and emails it captured and the conversion rate. So some of you may have noticed throughout all these different campaigns, these numbers are all over the place, and that varies based on a lot of things, and we'll touch on that in a little bit here if that was confusing you, why they got such different results. And the 10th and final campaign is around a holiday that's actually coming up in just over a week. So this campaign was around Valentine's Day. So you can see Paul Abdo, who was a hotel manager at Nicollet Island Inn, and his goal was obviously to capture more email leads. And as you can see in this quote up top, it turned out to be the highest converting campaign they'd ever launched. And what they did for their contest, they knew Valentine's Day was coming up. They had some vacant rooms, so they weren't going to be getting any money from those. So they decided, let's give one away for a contest. And from that, they'll get tons of email leads, which then they can market to down the road. So they ran this contest specifically around Valentine's Day and got some great results from it. As you can see, it's 60% conversion rate, capturing 716 emails. So what do all of the top 10 campaigns of 2014 have in common? Folks, if you're taking notes, this is where you'll really want to make sure you're writing all these things down so you know you're going to have success with your contests. And when you're taking these notes, feel free to tweet them to hashtag HeyoNotes to enter that contest that we're running to win a free t-shirt. So first, I touched on this a little bit earlier, having a strong incentive, something that emotionally aligns with your fans to give away. That way, you know you're going to pre-qualify those leads for your business. So do not give away something like an iPad, an Amazon gift card, anything like that, because that's something that everyone wants. Yes, you'll probably capture a lot of emails, but how many of those are actually going to be valuable to your business and converting those people into sales? So don't give away something that just everyone will want. Make sure it emotionally aligns with your fan base and feature it in an image on the campaign. So we like to say, if you're a hamburger company, give away something complimentary. So the ketchup, the lettuce. Don't give away your product necessarily, but something that ties into your brand that your fans will want. So that's number one. Write that down, a strong incentive. Number two, creating urgency. Your campaign will not convert if you don't encourage the fan or viewer to take action then and there when they're on the page. There are hundreds of different links you can click when you're on Facebook, so you need to make sure that you're getting them to enter right when they're there and take action. So based on our testing, as I mentioned, we've run over 250,000 campaigns. The best way to do this is with the countdown that has 7 days or less left on it. 7 days or less. So there's 2 reasons behind this. One, so it has that urgency factor so they don't leave the page, forget to come back and enter in. And second is so it allows it to organically market itself. And we'll touch on that here in a second. So number 2, write that down, creating urgency. Number 3, make it easy to enter. Do not be vague. Tell your fans exactly how they win by having an email opt-in on the first step of the contest. So that's where you're collecting those email leads to market to them down the road, just like Solo Stove did, so you can actually get some revenue and sales from this. And a bonus, you can easily integrate using the Heyo platform with different email marketing programs, Aweber, MailChimp, Constant Contact, MadMimi, Infusionsoft, lots of different ones. So you can put them directly into an email drip campaign like Solo Stove did. Number 4, what I touched on with the countdown, is allowing them to organically market the contest for you. So every Facebook campaign you're running, make it easy for the fans and the people that are entering your contest to market it for you. So as you can see on steps 2, 3, and 4 in the bottom left of my screen here, they're liking your Facebook fan page, which will show up in their friends' news feeds, clicking to share on Facebook, so you're sharing it with your friends so they know this contest exists, and clicking to tweet. So what that might look like. Say Paul enters into your contest, you're giving away a bike, whatever it might be, and he clicks all of those share features, so click to share on Facebook, click to tweet on Twitter, and he's liking your fan page. When he does that, it's more likely to show up in other people's news feeds because he's a personal page on Facebook. So these are Paul's friends. They see his post that he's entered into this contest, he's liked this page, they come check it out, they tweet it to their followers, so it kind of has that viral effect to it. Really brings in a lot more people that may have not already been a fan of your page and may have never seen your contest. So not all of them will enter your contest, but obviously you want as many people as you can entering in and then resharing it out with their networks. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen Facebook's taking back the reach of those business posts. So this is a really valuable tool for having your content show up in other people's news feeds. The more times that gets shared by personal pages, the more likely it is going to pop up on other people's news feeds when they're logging into Facebook. Number 5, brand trust. So as I mentioned with the visually appealing campaigns and with the highest converting campaigns, it's really important to highlight your brand voice and your branding images. So do not jam your brand into a rigid Facebook contest. It doesn't allow your voice to come through. Include your logo in the upper left corner so people are seeing it right when they're coming to the page. And then on the bottom right, where you're explaining this contest, you can really have your brand voice and personality shine through, which is extremely, extremely important. So real quick, in the GoToWebinar questions, take a guess at what you think the 6th and most important step is. So go ahead in the GoToWebinar questions, let me know what you think is the most important and the final step here of the 6. And I'll go ahead and see if anyone gets it. Promoting the post, that is very valuable, but it's not the one I'm looking at. Call to action, announcing the winner, having the timer, we already mentioned that. So I'm not seeing anyone post it yet. Here's a little fact that I'll give you that might, oh, it looks like Arthur nailed it. But here's a little statistic I'll give you to help with the answer, even though it looks like you all can see it from Arthur's post there. The average user spends 914 minutes if they have Facebook mobile on the Facebook app. 914 minutes a month on the Facebook mobile app. Yep, so a lot of you are getting it now. It is having it mobily optimized. So 50% of the people that use Facebook as a whole, or it's about 50%, you can see it's 48% there, that's from Facebook's earnings call. 48%, so around 50% of the people using Facebook are only ever going on from their mobile phones. So they were never once logged into Facebook from their laptop, desktop, what have you. They only are going on from their mobile phones. So having this campaign mobily optimized is extremely, extremely important. So this will at least spike your conversion rate by at least 15%, which is huge. That's a lot of emails that you could potentially lose, and that conversion rate going way up is how you're going to bring in more revenue for your business. So before I jump into that question I showed you, if you want me to give you a quick demonstration of how easy it is to build one of these contests using all 6 of these steps, go ahead and type "show me" in the GoToWebinar questions, and I'll go ahead and jump into my Heyo account and show you how easy it is to really create one of these contests. So let me go ahead back and open up the questions and see. Show me, show me, show me, show me the money. You got to show us. Okay, sure. I'll show you guys. So let me jump over to my account here in Heyo and build that for you. So this is what it looks like when you log into a Heyo account, and it's really easy to get started. You just click this giant orange Create a Campaign button. We're looking to run a social contest. As you can see, there are lots of other little things you can do here on Heyo as well, but we're going to run a social contest because we want to collect those emails to bring in more revenue for our business. And then we're going to look at the sweepstakes template. So that's the one I've been showcasing here on the webinar here today. And it's the easiest to enter in. It drives the best results. So if you're looking to run a contest, this is definitely the best one to get started with. So I'm going to save and start editing. So once you're in the editor here, it's very, very simple to edit this template. As you can see on the right-hand side here, it shows you, once again, there's 6 things that you need to do to edit this contest before it's ready to be published live to your page. And it's very easy. So you walk through all these steps. So you click the first one, which was editing your brand image here. So you can upload it directly from your computer, or if you have a link online somewhere where that image is, you can copy and paste the image URL and paste it directly in there. We do give recommended image sizes, so if you want to take up this full box that's highlighted here, that's the best size. If you don't have your brand image that exact size, no worries, it'll still upload as long as it's smaller than this file size. But this is just the recommended image size we have. So after you upload that image, you can go ahead and click on the next step. So this editing the contest countdown. Who remembers how much time to put on this countdown? Go ahead and type it in the GoToWebinar questions. Let's see if anybody remembers. How many days should I have on my countdown here? Yep, so a lot of you are nailing that one. 7 days or less is how much you want to have on that countdown to ensure you're getting the best results. So let's say we want to run this campaign through Sunday. So say we're around Valentine's Day, like one of the categories had is around a holiday or specific event. We want it to end at 8 p.m. on Sunday, and this will sync with your time zone. So this one has 5 days, so 7 days or less, that works. So next, it's a sign-up form. So if you have an email marketing platform, you can download directly into that, so it'll shoot those emails straight in. If not, it'll upload or download as a CSV file for you. So you download that from the Heyo platform. You can go straight into whatever email marketing platform you're using, or however you want to use those emails. You have them there in that CSV file. If you want, you can add other fields. We suggest just keeping it with the email address. The less you're asking from the people entering, the more likely they are to enter. So definitely we recommend having it just as collecting emails. The next is the share settings. So as I mentioned, this is extremely important. This is how you're going to reach out to new networks organically through fans of your page that are already existing. So you simply paste in your Facebook page URL. The link to share / tweet, we recommend keeping that blank. So as you can see, there's a little note down below here that says, if left blank, it'll default to the URL for this campaign. So that's what you want. So you're driving traffic right back into this contest. And then at the bottom, you'll edit this text to be something about your contest. So I just entered to win a free bike from Heyo. Click here to enter for yourself, or something along those lines. So that way when people are clicking to share on Facebook or Twitter, you already have that pre-populated text in that share, so other people will know where they're going when they click on the link or what the prize of the contest is. Next is this large contest image. So once again, you can upload directly from your computer. Here's the recommended image size. So you get that in there. As I mentioned, this is extremely important for the results of your campaign. The better it looks, the more people are going to want it. So it's very, very important to spend some time on this graphic to get good results. And then the sixth and final step is the contest description. So in here you can put anything about the prize itself, any rules and regulations, if they have to be a certain age and a certain region. This is a great spot to put any details and really highlight your brand voice, as I mentioned earlier. So one thing you'll want to include is something along the lines of follow the steps to the left. That way they're completing these share features for you. For your chance to win, ... And then you can put any other rules, regulations, as I mentioned. So that's a great little tool. And then you're already done with this contest setup. So you can go to Save and Preview. There are previews of the mobile version of this contest. As I mentioned, it'll create a mobile version. It's responsive, so whatever size of the screen it'll react to optimize the viewing for the people entering. It'll publish a web version, so a standalone web page. Say Paul enters your contest and clicks to tweet with his followers. They see that tweet, but they don't have a Facebook. It'll drive them to the standalone web version just to ensure you're not losing any traffic. So that's why we publish to these other avenues. And then obviously it publishes directly to Facebook so that your fans see it. This is the title of the custom tab on your Facebook page. And then this is the app thumbnail where it creates it on your page as well. So then you'll sync with a Facebook fan page you want to publish it to. Click Publish. Within a couple of seconds, it'll be ready to go live. Here's the URL that links directly into your contest. You'll use that to promote it. It's extremely easy. You just saw me build that in around 5.5 minutes. Obviously, you need to create your graphics, but once you have those ready to go, it's extremely easy to set one of these up. And this smart URL we give you to promote your contest will know which of these 3 versions of the contest to show them based on if they're on their mobile phone, if they have a Facebook or not. So you're really covered, and you're not going to lose any of those email leads for your business. So extremely, extremely easy and very, very efficient. And as you saw the results from our contests, it works. So that was a quick demo of what it looks like. A lot of people ask us, the most common question we get, my industry is not a normal one. Will these contests work for me? And the answer is yes. The industry is not what matters at all. We've seen all kinds of people run these contests. So we've had a golf club run. You can see the results there. Extremely high conversion rate. As I mentioned, 5 to 10% is usually considered a good conversion rate on any online campaigns. You can see most of these contests have been above 30. We had a knitting company, so they sell yarn, run a contest, 64% conversion rate. You can see the amount of impressions they captured. So it really doesn't matter what the company is. Here's another one. They sell bracelets for their company, Mantra Band. 53% conversion rate. 2,700 people saw this campaign. So as I mentioned, it's not the industry that matters. Here's what matters. So as I mentioned, we've run 250,000 contests. We've done a lot of extensive research. You'll be successful with Heyo if at least one of these is true. So first, your Facebook page has 500 likes or more, so you already have a pretty good existing audience on Facebook. Secondly, your status updates, so those posts you're putting out from your business page, get a few likes, comments, and or shares with each time you're posting. Next, you have an email list of at least 100 subscribers. So obviously that's important. As I mentioned, if you already have emails, it's still valuable to have them come in and enter the contest because they'll share it and market it for you. And if you are ready to build your email list, so if you're really eager, you're going to do whatever you can. Maybe that's paying for ads on Facebook if you don't have the fan count yet or an email list, but you have that drive to get it to work. Then you could be successful with Heyo as well. So far you've learned the 3 campaigns that each captured over 1,000 new email leads, the 6 things that each of the top 10 campaigns of 2014 had in common. You've seen some of the most creative campaigns from 2014 that got the most likes and engagement. But stay tuned for a live Q&A, so if you have additional questions, and our hashtag HeyoNotes winner. So if you've been taking notes, feel free to tweet those to hashtag HeyoNotes, and we'll pick a winner from that here shortly. So here's what I want you guys to do right now. Go over to heyo.com/chat and let me know the answer to this question. So I'll give you some time. Go ahead, open a new window up, open Google Chrome, Safari, Firefox, what have you. Go to heyo.com/chat. I'll meet you there. We already got some people joining in. I'll meet you there and let me know, were there at least 2 things that you've learned so far? So yes or no, once you get over to the chat room, let me know if there's at least 2 things that you've learned so far. Let me pull this up over here. So once you're in there, go ahead and type in yes or no. Are there at least 2 actionable things that you've learned? I would consider today a complete failure on my behalf if you haven't learned at least 2 things that you can take back. heyo.com/chat and let me know. Awesome. So the 6 elements of making a good contest. I see some of you are posting this in the GoToWebinar questions as well. That's fine. Yes, mobile optimize is key. Right on. Yep, a lot of people are, yeah, it looks like we got a lot of answers in the GoToWebinar questions. Totally fine. So that's awesome. Yeah, wow, some people are extremely excited. Sweet. So today wasn't a failure on my behalf. That's awesome, guys. Now let me know. Awesome. So selling physical products on Amazon Business. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great place. Terrific. Well, now let me know if you're looking to run some of these contests on your own and you think that this would be valuable, you want to learn a little bit more about the pricing, type buy in either of those places. So I know some of you are in the GoToWebinar questions, some are on heyo.com/chat. If you want to learn about pricing, type buy in there. If not, we'll move ahead and go straight into question and answer and show you one last campaign. So I'm seeing buy. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we'll go into pricing. I'm seeing people on both sites here typing it in. Yep, awesome. Wow, lots of people. Awesome. So we'll jump into pricing real quick. We'll go through that fast, and then we'll jump into one more campaign. So go ahead back over my screen, and I'll tell you a little bit about what's included with every Heyo package. So if you can see my screen now, yeah, awesome. So looks like a lot of you are seeing it. First, you can launch a campaign every other week if you wanted to. So if your business wants to start running contests to bring in those email leads, run them every other week. That's what you can do with every Heyo package. You have access to photo and video contest templates in addition to those sweepstakes templates. You have access to the giveaway and sweepstakes templates as we showcased today. There are additional lead generation templates that you can have as stagnant pages that are always on your Facebook page. There's the direct email service provider integration to help double your lists. There's mobile versions of your campaigns already included, so you don't have to worry about paying those freelance developers and designers to create that mobile app for you as well. I know some of you have probably gone to Odesk before and purchased those, hourly wage people to help you with mobile optimized apps. You won't have to worry about paying those anymore. You won't have to worry about Facebook shutting you down or other legal worries. We pay our lawyers a lot of money to make sure we're on top of the game with Facebook's terms of service, rules, and regulations so that your contest won't be shut down. Also, we have super responsive customer support. So if you're needing help with these campaigns, you want to make sure the link is working. Our customer care team is there to really take care of you. You can see some of them at the bottom of the screen here. So as Arthur mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, he's known Nathan for a long time, so Nathan wanted me to throw in these additional bonuses just on the webinar live today for Arthur's audience. So if you purchase on the webinar today, you'll also get these other bonuses. So first, feature your fan page or business in a blog post. We get tens of thousands of organic views on our blog every single month. So this is a really great way to get some additional traffic into your business. Next, you'll get a personal one-on-one strategy call with myself for agencies or single businesses to ensure success on your campaign. So I'll talk you through some of the best practices, the different wordage that works best on these campaigns. Another bonus you'll get is 11 high-converting ideas you can copy as an incentive or a prize for your Facebook campaign. This is a very informative little white paper you'll get. You'll also get access to our invite-only mastermind group, which our CEO Nathan personally curates, and some of the top marketing minds in the world are in this group, such as Jeff Bullis, who I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard of. He's a great blog with lots of great information. And these people will answer questions you have in this group. You can't get access to this any other way. You'll also get a video replay of today's webinar sent directly to you. And if you want, we can send you the slide deck as well. You'll also get a free ebook, The Secret to Stunning Visual Content. So when people are scrolling through the news feed and you have those images up for your contest, it's very important to catch people's attention. You have less than a second to do that when they're scrolling through the newsfeed. So this little white paper here will give you a lot of tips on how to make people actually see and click through on your images. And lastly, you'll get a free 30-minute video course on how to discover content the newsfeed loves. So in addition to posting stuff as far as contests go, this is a great way to make sure you're putting content out on your page that'll make viewers see more of your posts and get more fans on your page as well. So, once again, here's everything you get on the left side with a typical Heyo package, and then because Nathan has known Arthur for so long, you can see the bonuses on the right-hand side here today. So I'm going to unmute Arthur real quick. And you can see at the bottom, it's pay only one time, $300 for a full year to run as many contests as you want throughout that year to your one business page. If you want to claim that deal, go over to heyo.com/Arthur to sign up and make sure you get those bonuses. As I mentioned, they're only available if you purchase today here on the webinar. So Arthur, you're unmuted. What do you think of the content today with these top 10 campaigns and those 6 strategies to make sure they're included in your contests?
Jay, you know what? I absolutely love it. You guys knocked out of the park again. Nathan did this webinar with me probably like 6 or 7 months ago, and this is before I got started with some of the things that I do now, as far as selling some of my own private label physical products, as well as my online store where I actually sell gourmet food of all things. And I just saw so much value when thinking about my new business and putting it into perspective versus just looking at this from a perspective of, oh my God, this could really help some of my students, some of my clients. And for people that know me that are on this webinar, they know that I've been teaching people how to build big fan pages, how to drive advertising using Facebook ads and drive likes and build big audiences. And this is something that adds to it, not takes away from it. This is a way to really build brand trust and brand loyalty with your business. So I'm really excited that A, you jumped on here and showed us all these cool campaigns, but B, I love the bonuses that Nathan's offering, because the last time we did this, I know that he offered it to enterprises, but now it's pretty much to everyone that's on this on this webinar with us today. So I really appreciate it, Jay. I appreciate you coming out and sharing this valuable content with us.
Absolutely, yeah. And like you said, this ties right into you've helped your audience build those big fan bases, but then from that, they got to convert them into sales. So this ties directly into that and actually getting revenue for the business from what you've helped them do. So it's awesome. And I know Nathan said to say what's up. I forgot that at the beginning, but I'm sure you guys will be in touch soon. But yeah, it was great showing your audience this content here today, and hopefully they'll see value in it and help grow their business with using some of these tools. So remember, real quick, folks, you'll only be successful with Heyo if you meet at least one of these things. So if you're thinking about signing up, don't do it quite yet. There are lots of other tools that you can do and use to build up your audience, but if you meet at least one of these, you'll definitely have success using the Heyo platform running contests. So the first one is your Facebook page has 500 likes or more on it already. This is to ensure that people will see your contest and help share it out. Or if your status updates get few likes, shares, and or comments, that means your post, even if you don't have those 500 fans yet, it means that they're reaching a decent size pool already, so they'll be able to bring in more people into your contest. Or lastly, if you have an email list of at least 100 subscribers, so that can help you really get these contests started off and get them going. So once again, if you want to take advantage of this deal, go to heyo.com/Arthur to sign up. So keep those things in mind if you're thinking about signing up. If you're not quite there yet, go ahead and type your email into the GoToWebinar questions, and we can help you with some resources that can get you to these different numbers. So definitely feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to help you to get to those numbers. But if you're already at those numbers, you want to grow your business, it's a no-brainer. Go to heyo.com/Arthur, one time for the year, $300. So we also do have a 100% 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So if you want to give this a go, you have 30 days to try it out. If it doesn't work for your business, you just email in. We'll refund all your money. We know this works, as I mentioned, so we have confidence to do that. And as you can see, Nathan, our CEO, put his signature, his stamp of approval on this money-back guarantee. So if you are hesitant at all, there is that you have in your back pocket. So work with us. We have a proven method, as I've mentioned. We know it works. We're confident in it. This is actually a screenshot from an email I get every morning from our campaign builder of results from daily contests. So you can see the amount of emails they collect is all over the place, varying numbers, varying conversion rates, but you can see that this is working for people already, and it can work for you as well. So once again, here are the bonuses that you're getting only if you sign up today on the webinar. So you can see those on the right-hand side here. And then here's what's included with every Heyo package. So if you want to take advantage of this while we're on the webinar, it's the only time you can get those bonuses. Go to heyo.com/Arthur to sign up. So if you do have any questions, go ahead and put those in the GoToWebinar questions, and we will get those answered for you. Feel free to let us know. I know Alex has been in there throughout the entire webinar, keeping track of questions, responding to them. So if you have any questions about the platform or anything in general, feel free to post those in there, and we'll try and get those answered for you. Awesome. So it looks like Alex has gotten most of those taken care of. So while you guys are thinking about this, going through the payment page there, I'll go ahead and share one more contest with you so you can see some other results. So this is King Tut's Wawa Hut, and they were giving away tickets to see Biffy Clyro perform at their location. So you can see here, they set it up with their email marketing list to drive sales directly after this contest. Here's their Facebook post that they created to drive traffic in. You can see how many people liked their post, how many comments and shares they got. And here's the results. So this is a ticket sales industry. Tons of impressions, tons of emails captured. and the conversion rate was 58%. There's the contest again. And here's actually the Twitter feed from that click to tweet button. So you can see this playing through. It looks like it might be just repeating the same thing over and over again, but I'm promising you that those are all unique tweets. We're just playing it fast. You can actually see all of them, and we're not here till tomorrow. But those are all unique tweets. There it looked like it just ended. Let's go start again here. But those are all unique tweets that help bring in more traffic to their contest. So this is an email Nathan, our CEO, sent to the owner of this page that was running this contest. Said, hey Kaj, I wanted to send you a congrats. You launched this campaign with a link to the campaign, and it had these results. Your campaign was in the top 1% of all campaigns launched yesterday. Can we feature your campaign or blog to drive your Facebook page more exposure? So Nathan just sent that to ask him if we could help him out, get more exposure, and this is what the response was. So you can go ahead and see that on my screen. Hey Nathan, that's fantastic. We've had a great response, but to be honest, the contest is so good it's driven itself. So that's those organic marketing features I talked about. You can feature it on your blog if you like, however, and then she said some other things, but you can see that these contests really do drive themselves. It's because of that setup, so you don't have to know a line of code. These are already built for you to take advantage of to help really drive revenue for your business. So now we'll go ahead over to Twitter to pick the winner of our Heyo Notes competition. So let me search Heyo Notes here on Twitter. I'm on a separate screen. Oh, we got a couple with animals, some creative drawings. Let's see, which one do I like the best? Let me search to just photos. Yep, so I found our winner. It's one with a cute little black dog on it and a blue pen with handwritten notes. So Aspen Lasso, we're going to go ahead and make you the winner for this Heyo Notes competition. If you go ahead and direct message at Heyo, we'll get your address and send you that t-shirt. So thanks to everyone for sending in their pictures. Aspen Lasso, you are the winner. That is an adorable puppy. Definitely make sure to direct message us. We'll reach out afterwards if we don't hear from you. So if there's not any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and look. Yep, we got a lot of, looks like Alex is taking care of all these. So Arthur, it looks like we've answered all the questions and we've picked our winner. So I don't have anything else. Is there anything else you want to say to your audience before we sign off here today, Arthur?
No, man, I'm really excited. I kind of took a look at some of the things that you're giving away, and it's a no-brainer for anyone that wants to get serious about driving contests. I'm really excited to see that you are offering up one-on-one strategy calls. That's really, really cool, especially for people that need a little bit of guidance with getting this going, because I know when I first got started with Heyo, I'm pretty tech-savvy, but even being tech-savvy, I don't always have the creative juices, whereas you guys live and breathe Heyo every single day. So I think it's really cool that you're offering up not just these powerful resources, but some of your time to help people get their campaign off the ground. So again, this is awesome for anyone on the fence about it. Jump in. It's a 30-day, no-risk, money-back guarantee. Try it out, and I'm sure that if you take it seriously and you run a campaign, you're gonna absolutely love it the way I do.
Yeah, it looks like we already have some signups. Julia, Anisha, Jennifer, Theodore, and John, and a few others have signed up already. So it looks like people are taking advantage of this. If anybody else wants to, make sure you're doing that now. Heyo.com/Arthur to make sure you're getting those bonuses. We'll leave this slide up here for a little bit to make sure we get all those questions answered in the GoToWebinar questions. But that is all the information I have for you all today, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. Arthur, thanks for letting us share this information with your audience. And can we get a Heyo on 3, Arthur, to sign off for today? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, Heyo! Thanks, everyone, for joining on, and we'll see you on the other side.